Hey guys, this is my first ever reaction video. I figured, you see these all over the place, and I've always said I wasn't gonna do one of these because I feel like it's kind of lame talking about other people's content. But this is a little bit different because a client sent me this and she said, hey, what are your thoughts on this? So I figured, let me just give you my thoughts on this. And today, in my first reaction video, I wanna talk to you about this video that a client sent me about this girl who loves going on roller coasters, but she's saying that theme parks need to start being size inclusive. So without further ado, let's get to the video. And I'm gonna hit refresh right here, and there we go.
Parks. It's time to make size inclusive roller coasters a priority. I've loved roller coasters for as long as I can remember. But as a plus size woman, sometimes roller coasters do not love me back. I remember how I felt the first time I was turned away from a coaster because the seat was too small to lock with me inside. Being unable to experience popular attractions at theme parks is demoralizing, and the experience and how you're treated when you get to the front of a line and don't fit can be embarrassing and hurtful. Most US theme parks are home to coasters that struggle to fit plus-sized riders. Disney's new coaster, Tron Light Cycle Run, the Coaster over at Universal Orlando,
Okay, the video goes on to okay, the video goes on to say that there should be plus-size roller coasters. Now, I have my thoughts on this. Here's the deal. Look, those of you that have been following me, you're gonna think that I'm gonna go straight to the point of like, hey, this is stupid, this is dumb. And yeah, of course, it is kind of interesting, right? Here, let's get straight to the point. Let's just get straight to the meat and potatoes of this. I'm not saying that there should be another world war, because everybody that fought through World War I and World War II, they were interviewed after the World War, and all of them, every single one, except for maybe General Patton, every single soldier that was on the front lines says, we do not need war, we need more love. All we need is love. Love is the answer. Love is the answer. However, videos like this, or just opinions like this, where overweight people are shooting videos and posting videos about theme parks creating rides for overweight people instead of just losing weight. You know what would solve this whole dilemma is World War III. Let us fight Russia. Let's go invade Russia or China, or I don't know. Let's invade the Netherlands. I don't know, Germany. Let's go fight. Because then all this nonsense that is happening in the world right now, 2023, nobody's gonna care about your feelings anymore, because then we're gonna go back to pushing our noses onto the facts. Now, that's my first reaction on this, is that all this softness, this weakness, this inability to take responsibility first and foremost and actually live a healthy life, that can all be solved by a little bit of suffering. And I think a lot of people are just way too comfortable right now, and so much to the point that they're so comfortable that they have nothing to spit their venom out at. So now people are overweight, and instead of thinking, oh, maybe I should lose weight. No, theme parks, it's time we make a plus-size roller coaster. Now, I have my thoughts on that. That's my first point. The second point is that I fully respect this girl. I think, look, this is the world we live in. And the world we live in is that social media allows every single person to post their voice, as I am right here, which is obviously going to upset a lot of people, mostly probably overweight people. Everybody's allowed and has permission to voice their opinion without any filter, right? Like nobody's critiquing what you post online. And that's why a lot of people play it safe. So I respect the courage that this girl actually posted, the courage that this girl actually showed in posting this video, because a lot of people don't have that courage. They think the same thing, and she's probably gonna get a lot of followers. And she did it, so good for her. However, it's not very right, is it now? Because, okay, my third point about this video, all right, you're overweight, right? And now you want to ask the roller coaster makers to include plus-size roller coasters. Okay, first off, America is not really And you hear me out. America is not really a country. America is more of a business. Everything is about money. America is the wild, wild west. If you want the government to give you 6 weeks paid vacation, and if you just had a baby, you want the government to send a social worker to come fold your clothes, go move to France, go move to the Netherlands. In America, what we do and what makes us so amazing is we get things done. But security, that doesn't exist. You gotta take care of yourself. We are back-to-back World War champs, which if we had another World War, we would probably win it again because we're Americans, we get things done. But the problem, not really the problem, but the issue is that in America, everything needs to make profit. And that's also an issue when it comes to the food industry. And that's an issue when it comes to healthcare. And that's why a lot of people are out of shape. They are somewhat victims of the food industry, even though they're not using their common sense. Like this girl that's posting this video. So how are you going to ask a Disneyland or Magic Mountain, let's just say Magic Mountain or roller coasters, they need to make a profit. How are they going to make a profit if they're going to have a if they're going to have cars that are for regular people or like people that are at a healthy weight or people that are overweight? Who's going to make that decision? You walk up to the roller coaster and then there's going to be some guy who is either overweight or fat or lean himself. He's gonna say, yeah, you go in the overweight car, you go in the lean car. That guy is gonna get like pummeled within the first 5 minutes of his job. He's gonna come home every single night to his wife with a black eye because everybody's gonna wanna punch him. How embarrassing is it though, if you walk up to a roller coaster and you are told like, yeah, no, you're off to the XL version. Yeah, I know, you're good. You're like, that's not gonna work. However, everything has to make a profit in America, right? This honestly is $1 million idea that I'm giving you right now. You ready for it? All you investors with about, I don't know, $10 million burning a hole in your pocket, here's how you can make that into $1 billion. Open a theme park for obese people. Open a theme park for girls like this. You know how much money you can make? So instead of having the roller coasters with 2 people right next to each other, just have it with like 1 person. And you know, so you can charge premium prices. You know how much money you can make off of just the food alone? Like they're always gonna want to eat. You can have like rent out electric wheelchairs. You can even say like, oh, we have a healthy option, which is like a donut in the shape of a chicken or something like that. Like, you know how much and you know this sounds harsh, right? But that's what Planet Fitness does. They created a gym for overweight people who really don't want to work out. Let's serve bagels on Thursday. No judgment zone, all that stuff. Like, this is $1 million idea. So if any of you are kind of looking for like somewhere to put your money, I think that would be great. Now, the real harshness is this. Look, if you're thinking so far like, oh, Michael, this is actually a pretty nice opinion of you. Here's where the real harshness comes in. Look, overweight people are going to die sooner than people that are at a healthy weight, for the most part. If you're severely overweight and you have no intentions to actually lose weight, you're actually asking for roller coasters to make bigger size seats because the thought of you actually losing weight, it didn't even cross your mind. You're gonna run into something. You're gonna get diabetes, you're gonna get a high blood pressure, heart disease, cancer. Something's gonna happen. Because if you're overweight, by default, your heart has to work 10 times harder to pump all the blood to all your extremities, and your organs are being basically crushed every single day. You're not going to last very long. So, I mean, might as well offer these people a service while they're still alive, and make a nice profit off of it. That's the American way. So I'm telling you right now, I think this is actually gonna happen. If more girls like this stand up, this is what's gonna happen in America. And there's gonna be a theme park for overweight people. And you know, there's gonna be a lot of controversy about it, but they're gonna make a killing. So this is like, I don't wanna say it's 4-dimensional thinking, but you always wanna ask yourself, why are people saying this? Why are things happening? Why is Planet Fitness opening up? Why is Planet Fitness offering bagels to their customers, even though it's a gym? Because that's how they make a profit. They know who they're talking to. Why is the news always catering to the victims? Why is all you hear in the media anger, danger, fear? If all you do is watch the news, like literally, if you just sit at home all day for a week and all you do is watch the news and then you go outside, I don't blame you for thinking that everybody is out to get you. I don't blame you for being paranoid and like voting for whoever's gonna make you less fearful. And I know what I said is pretty harsh about like, overweight people are gonna die anyway, so you might as well give them what they want and make a profit off of it. Full transparency, like, I don't know, in the weird or in the case, in the event that this video, whatever, goes viral or something and people start watching it and they don't know me. So full transparency, my own mom was obese for a long time. She actually grew up in the Netherlands, and then at the age of 23, she went as an au pair, as a nanny to America, and then she got introduced to the lard that we have here, and she got really overweight, but she loved America though. And then we moved back to the Netherlands when I was 8 years old, and then she started eating healthy again. And I'm not saying you can't eat healthy in America, but that's just what happened to her. But then she would fall for the quick fixes and the fad diets, so her weight would always go up and down. Now, long story short, at the age of early 60s, she got diagnosed with stage 4C cancer, right? And she survived for about 4.5 years, and she passed away. Now, the thing is with her, with my mom, she was always a glass half full type person. So she would laugh at this video just as hard as a lot of people are laughing at it. Like, this has no common sense. So what I'm saying is, if you are overweight yourself, see it as glass half full. Look, full transparency, like no filter here, right? If you're fat, you're fat. It's just what it is. Take responsibility for it, but don't go out and asking theme parks to build a bigger seat or anything like that. It makes no sense. I mean, the only question that you have to ask yourself if you're fat is, do you want to do something about it or not? Because if you don't, then your life is going to be cut short by 10, 20 years. But don't burden other people with your inability or indecision to not lose the weight, because you don't want to show up to Disney and then the regular Disney, and then the person at the ticket counter says, "I'm sorry, man, but you're gonna have to go to Disney XL."